I extend my Jai Bhim and Neel Salam to all the people who are present here. I also extend my thanks to KNPS for conducting a press conference on Rohit Vemula's uh, uh, report, which has recently come out. I would be very brief. I would like to point out few flaws which are there in the report. This report is of 60 page, and more than 30 pages of the report are dedicated to look into the past of Rohit Memula, to declare him, to discredit him of his Dalit identity. The identity which subjugated him throughout his life, as he very succinctly mentioned even in his final letter, that my birth is my fatal accident. The identity which forced him, which to harassment, to atrocity in a campus, the caste identity with which he lived and due to which he was murdered in University of Hyderabad was taken away as the report was submitted with the case closure. I want to point out few flaws which are very cleverly either omitted or completely removed from the reports by both the investigating officers. The first is regarding his caste status. So, as Prachul was mentioning, the uh, on the inquiry is still going on, and there is no final word on Rohit Vemula's caste till now. But the report says that the inquiry has been completed and it has been declared without any appeal that Rohit Vemula was not a Dalit. This is a completely false narrative. It is a narrative spread by BJP, RSS, ABP, and this is the narrative which we are seeing even in the media right now. This was one of the aim of the report, to discredit him of his caste identity. But this is not the truth. The truth is that the reappeal has been made by Radhika Vemula, uh, 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 Rohit Vemula's mother, and already 15 witnesses have deposed in front of the committee, and there have been several documents of his caste which has been submitted, and we are hoping that the decision will be in our favor. But one the most grave point is that the entire report completely ignores the ongoing inquiry. The entire report says very blatant lie that the conclusion has been made and no appeal has been made by anyone. This is a complete lie. Second set of lies are the lies regarding the documents which have been submitted from the side of the university itself. On the day when Sushil Kumar had written a post against the Dalit scholars, saying that they are the goons, the students of Ambedkar Students Association had gone to his room, requested him in front of the security officer, and upon the security office in the presence of security officer, Sushil Kumar had withdrawn his post and had written an apology, which was also attested by the duty officer at that point in time. After, and this is a document already submitted in the court, but the report completely ignores it. It does not focus on it, and the same was also agreed and agreed by the CMO, the Chief Medical Officer of the Health Center of University of Hyderabad, and after that, Sushil Kumar, who is the ABP, who was the ABP president of that time, had gone to another private hospital outside. There also, the chief medical officer of the hospital had also said that there was no assault and the patient was taken in for a for a surgery of appendix. It was not, there was no injury, there was no mark. But the report does not take account of any of these things. Even the registrar of that time had given it in writing that there, there was no assault and the accused is merely trying to gain the sympathy of the honorable court. So all of these evidences which are there, which have been submitted to the court, are completely ignored, either deliberately omitted by the report or deliberately not recorded, so that the case can make the narrative, which is the narrative of ABVP, which is the narrative of the BJP and RSS. Another thing that I would like to mention is that the report uh, accomplishes two things. One is it gives clean chits to Apparao and Sushil Kumar and all the other peoples involved. Secondly, it criminalizes Rohit Vemula. I would like to point out that Rohit Vemula was not merely a Dalit student. He was a vocal Dalit student. He was another Dalit student who practiced, who spoke the language of Ambedkar, who wrote, uh, who practiced Ambedkarite politics. And that fact was not digestible to the caste Hindus. He was a very bright student. He topped the university entrances as in the general category. He cleared the entrance of two disciplines. One was science, another was social science. These disciplines are usually seen as two opposite disciplines. He cleared the PhD entrance of a central university in two opposite disciplines. After clearing those, he also cleared JRF, which is considered as one of the toughest exams to get fellowship. He cleared of in both the disciplines. And but despite this, all these badges of merits, the reports still questions the merit of a Dalit scholar. This is the caste Hindu mentality that against which Rohit Vemula stood throughout his life. Another thing is that Rohit Vemula report says that Apparao was lenient, that he reduced the punishment, but that is also a complete lie. The report ignores a complete recorded proof that Apparao did not reduce any punishment, that they were socially boycotted until the completion of their course. It is there are huge inconsistencies even within the report after ignoring a huge amount of evidences. Another thing that this report does is that it does not investigates a single thing about Apparao Sushil Kumar. It does not look into their past, whether they had committed other atrocities. It does not look at what, does not even take any kind of verbal inquiry on them. Rather, it shifts the entire inquiry on Rohit Vemula, his mother, his relatives. It goes two generations beyond Rohit Vemula to investigate his past. Whereas it is a very common knowledge in the University of Hyderabad that in 2002, Appa Rao had done another caste atrocity in which he had rusticated and suspended 10 Dalit scholars from Ambedkar Students Association. So all of these facts are completely ignored and completely deliberately removed from the report. And the only thing that this report does is it spreads the propaganda, false lies of ABVP. So our demand here is not to gain any special favor. We want the inquiry to be conducted fairly without any biases, and the report should record all the evidences that that the uh, Donta Prasant and other Dalit scholars have provided to the court. It also very cleverly changes the depositions which the Dalit scholars have given. So these are all the incorrect procedures and false things that the report records. And we want to remind that this was a movement which has shook the entire country. It was the first united movement against the BJP RSS ideology. And if the inquiry is not done fairly and unbiasedly, Ambedkar Students Association and other like minded people of this country will ensure that we stand with Rohit Vemula and the other four Dalit scholars until the justice is delivered. With this, I will conclude. Jai Bhim, Neel Salam.